Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about Romeo and Juliet, the first poem for 2nd PU English. Romeo and Juliet is a poem written by William Shakespeare, one of the famous drama that has been written by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is a great poet and playwright during the 16th century. Most of his works have been translated into various other languages in the entire world and also have been enacted in many theatres. Romeo and Juliet is one such drama or playwright that has been translated into many languages and which is world famous today. This Romeo and Juliet is a romantic tragedy. In this poem, the prescribed poem for you, two extracts have been taken. One, the first paragraph where Romeo expresses his implicit love and beauty of Juliet. Likewise, in the second extract, Juliet expresses her immense love for Romeo. So before coming to the poem, let me tell about the background of this story. So in a city called Verona in Italy, there lived two families called the Montagues family and the Capulet family. Romeo belonged to the Montagues family and Juliet belonged to the Capulets family. And these two families were staunch rivals, enemies. So they were not interested even in facing each other. So at such an instant, this Romeo had fallen in love with one of the Capulet's family girl called Rosalind. Rosalind belonged to the Capulet family. So once Lord Capulet, he had arranged for a grand supper and almost all the noble families were invited to that supper. And Romeo very badly wanted to see Rosalind, so he knew that Rosalind was attending that supper. So he wanted to go there, but it was not so easy for him to go there because he belonged to the enemy family. So along with his friends, he decided to enter into the supper, to enter into the Capulet family in disguise. So they decided and they went into the party in disguise. So this is where he sees Juliet, the beauty which attracted him so much, and where he expresses and explains the beauty of Juliet in the first paragraph that we are going to discuss about. And in the second, after this, after a few days, Juliet falls in love with this Romeo, though knowing that he belonged to the enemy's family. And slowly, secretly, these two, that is lovers, Romeo and Juliet, they get married secretly. And after a few days, few months, she keeps waiting for Romeo in the balcony. And it was at night time. And that desire to see Romeo is explained in the second paragraph, where Juliet expresses the charm and her immense love about Romeo. So now let's come into the poem. The first poem, the first paragraph, see, "Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright, it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night, as a rich jewel in an Ethiopia's ear, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So shows a snowy dove, trooping with crows, as yonder lady over her fellows shows. The measure done, I will watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night." So in this first paragraph, Romeo expresses his implicit love and the beauty of Juliet. So here the poet William Shakespeare has used certain figure of speech. Most of them are similes and personification. The first line, "Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright, it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night." So in those days it was a supper. It was at night time. A grand supper was arranged. So in those days there was no electricity. So everywhere torches were fixed. So now here Romeo feels that the beauty of Juliet overpasses, surpasses, overcomes even the brightness of the torches. So he says, "Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright." She does. Doth means does. She does teach the torches to burn bright. Even the torches are very, very dull before Juliet. So her beauty, her brightness teaches even the torches how to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night. So here cheek of night. So here night is personified. On he's taken cheek of night. So even at that midnight, even at the dark of the night, she looks very, very beautiful. She hangs so beautiful, so brightly upon the cheek of night. See next, as a rich jewel in an Ethiopia's ear. A rich jewel. Next he is comparing. Another simile used here. As a rich jewel. Rich jewel, which is the rich jewel here? It is diamond. Juliet is compared to diamond, the precious, costly jewel. As a rich jewel in an Ethiopia's ear. Next line, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So now he says her beauty is very, very difficult to explain. It cannot be easily explained. She is so beautiful that it cannot be expressed so easily. And for earth too dear. Too dear here means very, very expensive, very costly. So she cannot, she's like an angel. She's not, nobody can reach her, go close to her very easily. She's so beautiful. So next, see, so shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady over her fellows shows. See next what he's making a comparison. Another simile is used here. So shows a snowy dove. Here Juliet is compared to a snowy dove and trooping with crows. Snowy dove trooping with crows. One bird here is dove and the other birds is saying here is crows. So many young ladies were dancing on the dance floor. All the other ladies who were dancing in the dance floor looked like crows to Romeo, whereas Juliet was compared to a snowy dove. Among the crows, in the middle of the crows, amidst the crows, she looked like a pure white dove, pigeon, pure white dove. See, so shows a snowy dove trooping with the crows among the other ladies. Other ladies are called as crows and Juliet is compared to snowy dove. As yonder lady over her fellow shows, as she distinguished, she looked separately. She was outstanding. She was outstanding among all her fellows. Who are the other fellows? The other women who were dancing in the dance floor. So as a yonder lady over her fellows shows. Next he says, the measure done, I will watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. The measure done. What is the measure done here? It is the dance which was going on. The measure done means the dance. So he says the measure done. After the dance is over, after the dance is complete, I will watch her place of stand. I will see her. I'll go to her where she's going to the place of rest. I'll observe where she's going. I'll keep an eye on her. I will watch her. I will go where she is resting. After the measure done, I will watch her place of stand. After the dance is over, I will go to the place where she is. Okay. And touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Touching hers he wants to touch Juliet's hand. So he says, touching her hand. I want her to touch my hand. That is Romeo's hand. And by touching, he says, make blessed my rude hand. So he says his hands to be very, very rude. So rude in the sense here, he was a soldier, he was a warrior. So holding the weapons and all, his hands have become very rough. So rude. So he says, by touching her, her hands are divine. Her hands are very, very soft. So by touching her hand, he wants to make his rude hand blessed. When she touches his hand, he says his hands would become blessed. His hands would become divine. His hands would become soft. So he says, the measure done, I will watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Her hands are, Juliet's hands, is calling them as divine. His hands are rude hands. So next he's asking a question for himself. See here, did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. So now he's questioning. He was a young boy. He had been flirting. He had been going beyond many girls. In the very beginning itself, I said you, actually he had come to the supper in order to see Rosalind. So that was she was a girlfriend. Rosalind was Juliet's cousin. So he had come there to see Rosalind. He did not know about Juliet till then. But when he came to the dance floor, he was attracted, he was mesmerized by the beauty of Juliet. He completely forgot about Rosalind. So now he realizes till then what he had felt by seeing other girls was just an infatuation, but true love was because he has seen the real beauty now. This is what he says, he had fallen in true love at that night. Means it was the night where the grand supper was held by Lord Capulet. So he says, did my heart love till now? So he questions himself. He realizes till now he had not been loving truly. Why? Because forswear. Because he knew, he could understand his promises. He knows very correctly that forswear, it's like for I have never seen a true beauty. So he says, I have never saw true beauty till that night. So that night the grand supper was held by Capulet. Only that night he had seen the real beauty, the true beauty, that was Juliet. So this was the scene. This is a scene taken. This extract has been taken from Act 1, Scene 5. So as I said you, after this, Romeo and Juliet, both of them, even Juliet fell in love with the charm of Romeo. So secretly, these two get married. That is Romeo, because they were from the rival families. They got married. Unfortunately, Romeo had killed one of the cousin of Juliet. So he was in exile. He was in exile. So one fine night, Juliet was waiting for Romeo in her balcony. They had got secretly married. So she was waiting for Romeo. Why? And she could see Romeo only during the night time, because daytime it was not so easy for Romeo to see Juliet. So in the next scene, that is Act 3, Scene 2. So see, Juliet expresses her immense love and also explains the charm of Romeo. Come night, come Romeo, come thou day in night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night. Whiter than new snow on a raven's back, come gentle night, come loving black-browed night. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. So now, Juliet, as I said you, they secretly got married, and that night when they got married, and that night she is waiting for Romeo to come. It was night time, so she is waiting in her balcony. She was waiting. So now see, even she loves night very much. Why? Because she could see Romeo only during the night time. So she says, come night, come Romeo. She's calling the night because only when the night falls, Romeo also can come. So come night, come Romeo, come thou day in night. So she says, come thou, you are day in night. She's calling, she's saying Romeo is like a day in night. Even in that night, again he is talking about the brightness of and charm of Romeo. She calls him day in night. Even you make the night very brighter. So she says, come night, come Romeo. Only when the night comes, Romeo can come. She is calling the night. Come night, come Romeo, come thou. Thou means you. Come thou, day in night. She's calling Romeo as day in night. Even in that darkness, you can make bright. So, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night. Again, here personification. Night has been personified here. So, she's telling at the wings of night, even in that midnight, in the darkness of the night, you can lit up, you can make the entire world bright. For thou will lie upon the wings of night. You can see, even in that night, you can be seen easily. See, next, here again, whiter than the snow on a raven's back. She's describing the beauty of Romeo as whiter than the new snow on a raven's back. Raven is a larger kind of bird which belongs to the crow family. dark color, dark black. So here, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. On that black color, newly fallen snow. The then only fallen snow, it will be, which is not touched, untouched, which looks very, very pure white. So here, whiter than, see, whiter than, even you look more whiter than the new snow which has fallen on the raven's back. A raven is a black bird in the eastern countries, crow family. Okay, whiter than the new snow on a raven's back. Next, see how she pacifies the night. See, she calls the night as come gentle night. Generally, people don't like night because it is very dark. We cannot see anything and all. But here, Juliet, she likes night very much, and she see how she is describing the night. She calls the night as come gentle night. She calls the night as gentle night. Come loving. She calls the night as loving night. Black browed night. She's calling. See here also again. The night is decorated. She's decorating black browed night. So she calls come gentle night, come loving night, come black browed night. She loves night very much only because it is the night which brings her Romeo to her. So she's praising the night as gentle night, loving night and black browed night. Decorating the night. She calls, give me my Romeo. So because when the night comes, Romeo will come. So she says the night to give me my Romeo. Bring my Romeo. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars. Here she shows her implicit love to Romeo. So actually these two are rival family, and Romeo has secretly married Juliet. Both of them have secretly married. So now maybe she knew that something dangerous is going to happen anytime. She may die. Maybe in that conflict between the two rival families, in the fight between the two rival families, maybe Juliet felt that she's going to die. So she says, give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, if I die, when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars. She's asking the night to take Romeo. Sometimes we can call this as very, very possessive also. She was very possessive with Romeo. That also we can tell. So she says, when I shall die, when she dies, she says, take him and cut him out into little stars. She's asking the night to cut Romeo into little stars. Cut Romeo into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine. So she says, so you make him into stars, so he'll be brightly shining in the sky. So here how I say, because she's possessive, after death she will go to heaven, so that maybe she feels that Romeo will be with her even after her death. He is cut into stars. So she says, and he will make the face of heaven so fine. Again personification, face of heaven. So the sky, this heaven will look so beautiful here when Romeo shines like stars in the sky. So, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night. Generally people will like only daytime because brightness will be there, the sun shining brightly, burning sun and other things. Night it is very dark, nobody will like. So now Juliet is telling, when Romeo is cut into stars, he will make the heaven look very fine, very bright, so that everybody will start loving the night. Everybody will start loving the night. That the all world will be in love with night. So she wants to make her love immortal, that the love has not died. So she wants to make the love immortal. She wants to make Romeo immortal. She says everybody should love Romeo. Everybody should like Romeo. So that when he shines on the sky, shines in the sky like the beautiful bright stars, so everybody will start liking the heaven. Okay, and pay no worship to Gary's sun. So everybody early in the morning, yes, sun is considered to be God. We worship the sun. So everybody will be worshipping the sun. But after Romeo is cut into little stars, people will forget the bright sun and start loving the night, because Romeo will be making the sky very, very fine. So everybody will start liking the night and not day. So this is how Romeo and Juliet express their implicit love about each other.